Hello and welcome back to our grand finals of Storm Division Season 5 qualifier number 2. We've got Caffeinated Knights taking on Team Draft Gap in our final best of 3 of the evening. And they're starting up quick because we are running late. Let's go to map select to see that we are indeed going to Alterac Pass here for game number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen and Braxis Holdout were banned by Caffeinated Knights. Dragonshire and Sky Temple removed by Team Draft Gap, who chose to bring us to Alterac for game number 1. Let's go to the draft. All right. We are here for our final series. As a reminder, and I've been mentioning it the whole time, this is a community-funded prize pool tournament here for NGS Storm Division. Exclamation mark Naturino in the chat. I'll take you over to the prize pool where 100% of the proceeds go directly to the players. You got a couple bucks to throw at some excellent amateur and semi-professional Heroes of the Storm players. We're making a go of it despite Blizzard trying to stop us. Head on over there and contribute. Deckard going to be banned away here by Caffeinated Knights, and we see Johanna removed here by Team Draft Gap. See what the following bans are going to be here for Alterac Pass. You're thinking about zone control, you're thinking about boss control, and you're thinking about who can take that back camp. Urel banned out by Caffeinated Knights. Interesting set of bans. As we see Kel'Thuzad removed. Somebody was watching the last series. Felipe going to respond with the Junkrat first pick. Junkrat's good everywhere, has a lot of good things it can do here, including taking that back camp. Augur up and available. We'll see if Team Draft Gap wants to go ahead and pick that up here. I hear told of Hashmer's Arthas making an appearance on today's games, and we will see that here. Kael'thas picked up by Call Me. That does leave Augur up here for Arc and Lucio for Just In Case, getting 3 of potentially the best heroes in the game. Over on the side of Caffeinated Knights. Team Draft Gap thinking about their next ban here. They've got the Arthas to control that front line. They've got the Kael'thas to punish any clumping. See what else they're worried about here. Worried about the Stitches. Understandable. Repositioning versus Kael'thas and Arthas is pretty good. Greymane going to be banned out by Caffeinated Knights, just taking away some macro possibilities in that damage position. Next 2 picks coming on through for Team Draft Gap. See what they want to pair along with this duo. Haven't been able to cast this team yet, so their tendencies are a mystery to me. Robot Wizard going to be bringing us a Falstad, and Siren is on the Stukov. A lot of good ways to keep people slowed and rooted between the Arthas and the Kael'thas, so Stukov can put down that silence to great effect. Caffeinated Knights looking for their last 2 picks here. They need a tank, they need a flex. See what they want to do versus this setup. Gonna bring us some May here as Osmanthus, and Grey Color gonna bring the Sylvanas last pick. May is an interesting choice, but May is technically a ranged tank that can potentially do the work while staying out of Arthas' range. An interesting choice here for Caffeinated Knights. Chrysanator on the last pick here, looking to round out, maybe bring some offlane presence to Team Draft Gap. It'll show us some ETC in that offlane. All right. Pretty scary draft here. Coming on out from Caffeinated Knights and some lesser seen heroes picked by Team Draft Gap, but as we've seen, it all comes down to execution at this level. So I'm excited to see how these 2 teams execute. Here we go. Game number 1 of our finals tonight. On the left and the blue, it is Caffeinated Knights, with Grey Color on the Sylvanas, Felipe on Junkrat, Just In Case is on Lucio, Arc on the Hogger, and Osmanthus is playing May. On the right and the red, we have Team Draft Gap with Hashmer on the Arthas, Call Me on the Kael'thas, Robot Wizard playing Falstad, Siren on the Stukov, and Chrisinator is playing ETC. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway. Arthas going for that Frost Presence quest on 1. We've got the Globe quest here for ETC. Got the Globe quest here for Kael'thas. No quests to be found on the side of Caffeinated Knights as the teams immediately split off. You see Sylvanas working on the bottom side here, just getting a little bit of damage into the wall as Lucio actually going down in the mid. I went to go see a side push and I missed the first kill of the game. Team Draft Cap picking that up. Falstad holding it down versus 2 here on the top side for now. See whether Hogger or Junkrat, or both possibly, go over to that back camp. It looks like Hogger is the one breaking off. Speaking of clearing the back camp, there's not a traditional back camp clear on the side of Team Draft Gap, so they're likely going to have to send 2, if not more. See if Stukov wants to be on top of that. So we see Hogger is right on time here for Caffeinated Knights. No one has gone back for Team Draft Gap just yet to grab that camp. So it looks like Kael'thas and Stukov going to mount up and head that way. Will Hogger finish before they get there? The answer is yes, as Hogger is a fair and balanced character. Felipe nearly bumping Robot Wizard into the trap into tower range, as Felipe has been an absolute menace here for Caffeinated Knights all day on the Junkrat and on the Kel'Thuzad. Osmanthus is coming across the map here, just in case is here as well. They get here a split second too early. The camp is still being taken. Osmanthus, just in case, they're going to hang out, but Robot Wizard has a chance to come on down. Here comes Junkrat as well, as Robot Wizard could be in some trouble, manages to barrel roll out of there. Just in case, gets the last autos, and Falstad will go down. I think if Caffeinated Knights managed to get there just a few seconds later, they would have had that steal, but they do grab the kill onto Falstad for their first blood of the game. Already making things a little bit interesting here for Team Draft Gap. A cheeky camp steal attempt. Big slide in the mid here from ETC, just in case, keeping the team healthy though. Hogger with the bomb, not going to connect onto Grey Color. Pretty close, but didn't quite get the spread. Prison camps are coming online. Hogger's all ready to get that back camp started immediately. Of course, we're on a little bit of a stagger on these camps, as the back camp is still 30 seconds away for Team Draft Gap. Could be an opportunity for Caffeinated Knights to get a little bit of extra macro done. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Grey Color almost going down to Hashmer there. Probably got rooted in tower range for a moment. Gonna have to head on back to base. Caffeinated Knights. Let's see if they have time to move across here. Chrisinator not quite getting the slide. They're in the mid. Looked like there was a possible gank attempt onto Falstad. Did not coalesce. Chrisinator's got to watch their step here. Slides on out of trouble over that concussion mine. His level 7s have arrived here for Caffeinated Knights. And now, gonna go ahead and get a channel here. Nice split on those guards means that the timer has started here for Caffeinated Knights. Big spin on through. Arc is looking for a stun onto the backline, but not quite getting it. Robot Wizard trying to drive them out as well, as Chrisinator's got the first interrupt there. Bay Blizzard taking another second off that timer. Oh, no one capped it. Oh, the minions did. Okay. Taking it down to 11 seconds there on the timer here. Big combo coming out onto Felipe. Trying to get out of there. Is going to bounce. Felipe mounts. Others are going to mount up, and I don't think Junkrat has a way out. Junkrat's going to try to hearth, but they know exactly where. Boom! Over the wall, Junkrat will fall. All the while, though, the camp is started once again. Going to take the timer down to about 4 seconds here as Sylvanas actually gets caught out by Arthas in the bottom lane. Arthas finally getting that kill there. Sylvanas getting a little bit greedy in that 1v1. Caffeinated Knights is about to take their third camp here as Team Draft Gap still hasn't picked up their second. They're finally going to be able to have the moment to get back and do that, but already finished up here. Now Osmanthus, oh, can't quite get the channel. Chrisinator had the slide and the boop to stop that in its tracks. Team Draft Gap is pretty close to their level 10s. That kill in the bottom lane has definitely boosted their progress in that way. Grey Color going to try for a channel here. Chrisinator in the area, though, not going to allow it. Chrisinator could be in a little bit of trouble. Still has the slide to get through, but there's the root follow-up. Sylvanas barely getting out of trouble there at 100 health. Hashmer, oh, with the big snipe. The Immortal Coil getting the kill there. Deathlord picked as well. So Hashmer is going for that sort of off-lane brawling build with the Arthas. Screen size diff has been called in the chat. 10s are here for Team Draft Gap. We've got the Syndragosa, Flailing Swipe, Pyroblast, Mighty Gust. And ETC is still deciding whether it's going to be a stage dive or a mosh pit. May going to go for a channel once again. Hogger is going to be going down in the mid, but the camp is going to go over to Caffeinated Knights. Robot Wizard is able to get on out of there. Grey Color on the chase, not able to get that kill. Caffeinated Knights have heroics of their own. We've got the Mind Control, got the Shockwave, Ice Wall, Riptire, and High Five. As Chrisinator does ultimately lock that mosh pit for a 120-second cooldown, instantly interrupted. Target will survive as the riders come on down the lanes. See what kind of pressure can be happening here. Falstad going up to the top lane. Ice Wall is going to land onto 2 here. Osmanthus looking for a combo. The stun's coming on out. Can they get the stun? They get it onto 1. Root silence and taken down. Stukov will fall. Now Caffeinated Knights looking to pick up their first structure of the game in the mid lane. Just in case, going to take a little bit of bomb over to those minions. But with no trouble at all, mid fort will fall. On the bottom side here, May and Hogger are working on this Arthas lane. Shockwave will not connect onto Hashmer. Grey Color and just in case are here. Chrisinator can't get the slide. Looks like the bottom will be saved, though. Hashmer running up onto Arc. There's the Unstoppable. Hogger's going to get away. Is that enough? It's close, it's close. Lucio might just go for the drive-by on that later. Nope. Sylvanas has the Haunting Wave. Grey Color's got to watch out, though. Chrisinator on the mount. Nice dismount there by just in case. Hogger ready on the back camp. Going to get that rolling. Here for Caffeinated Knights. Team Draft Gap ahead in kills, ahead in experience here, despite being behind on those back camp captures. They are going to prioritize that here. Robot Wizard could be in a spot of trouble. Has the long barrel roll, though. That level 4 talent to escape. Sylvanas continuing to kind of get bullied here in the bottom lane by Arthas. If anything, Arthas is still a bit of a lane bully. That's showed so far this game. Camps will clash here around the right side fort. Chrisinator could be in a spot of trouble. Osmanthus and Grey Color going for the Omega flank here. Grey Color avoids the gank. There's the Mind Control. They're really looking for it here. Bump back is good, and ETC is down. Well-executed gank coming on through from Caffeinated Knights, and they're going to claim themselves another structure. Was a very nice job by Grey Color to make sure to not be in range of getting double slid there by ETC. Felipe looking for a quick hit onto Robot Wizard. Didn't quite have the angle. Hogger dealing with the mid camp here, but looks like maybe trying to break off towards bottom lane as Kael'thas getting out of trouble there in between lanes. Hogger trying to catch up here to Hashmer. There's the Shockwave. Grey Color broke off, though. Now Arc doesn't have a spin to move away. There's the silence, there's the root, but now Arthas could be in some trouble. Siren with the slaps. Ashmer trying to get on out of there is going to get hit with the mind control. The slide and the mosh is good, but will be interrupted. Still Hashmer staying alive. There is the Pyroblast coming on to Arc as Hashmer continuing to live. Arc survives, but May does not. Hashmer getting killed by that poison. Robot Wizard can't get the gust into the corner. But still, all members of Team Draft Gap stay alive on that gank attempt. Arthas is a hardy lad. Team Draft Gap going for the quick channel here. They will get it. Augur on the back camp is going to create that pressure in the mid once again. Caffeinated pushed into range here is going to get rooted. This could be big trouble here for ETC. And ETC is going to fall. Felipe once again showing the prowess here in this tournament. Pretty much solo killing the enemy offlaner. I say enemy offlaner. ETC has been acting more like a main tank. It's kind of like a double main tank, double offlane pseudo setup with this Arthas ETC. Arc getting continually interrupted on the channel. Robot Wizard in range. Not going to get the auto that time. And the channel will begin here for Caffeinated Knights as they find their level 16 advantage. Arc thinking about it engaged there. Had the shockwave, but didn't have the rest of the team to follow up. Gotta hold for 20 more seconds as ETC returns to the battlefield. Nice scout there by Hashmer. Osmanthus has got to watch out here. Ice is away. Caffeinated not in range for a slide. 10 seconds left on the timer as Hashmer going for a big flank possibility. There's the move from Arc. Slide is not quite good. There's the ice wall onto 2. One more second and that is going to be it. Can Caffeinated Knights get away here? The Unstoppables of Lucio look like they're going to be enough to get away from the advancing Arthas. Neither offlaner slash tank can do the camp. Whisper silently dying due to camp disparity in this matchup. Coil does connect. Hashmer goes onto the top side there just in case gets away from the... What is it? Frozen Winter? I can't remember the name of the Arthasy. It's been so long. Pressure in the mid here from Caffeinated Knights looking to take down the keep wall. Call Me and Hashmer going for a big flank on the edge, but do not quite get the connection. Hashmer going to get stunned there by the May combo. There's the mind control. There's the boop over the wall. This is big trouble here. Arthas to be taken down. Arc trying to solo Kael'thas here. There's the stun. There's the arcane barrier comes out, but it's not enough. Robot Wizard trying to get the gust, but it's a moment too late. Caffeinated Knights find a double kill and now move their sights to the bottom lane. Ice Wall catches one. This could be a stagger here. Stun onto Robot Wizard. Bump back is good, and Falstad goes down. Caffeinated Knights taking what was looking like a solid defense for Team Draft Gap into one keep down. See if they can get more or if they want to double back for a boss. Frozen Tempest. Frozen Tempest. Thank you very much. Looks like it's going to be a double keep play. What a job done so far by Caffeinated Knights. Absolutely bringing the noise here in qualifier number 2. That's 2 keeps down at the 13-minute mark. One structure remains here for Team Draft Gap. We'll see what the next play is going to be. Sylvanas retreating back down to the bottom lane. Junkrat heading to the top. Felipe just going ahead and scouting this out. Caffeinated will be spotted there by the concussion mine. ETC dismounted. The rest of the team not in range, though, as we see Augur just hogging all over this camp. Felipe has started up the boss on the top side. They're looking for gray color manages to get away there. We do have the Will of the Forsaken, which will definitely help out with those Arthas ganks. Caffeinated trying to slide on through the gank and does do so effectively. Boss is abandoned there by Caffeinated Knights as Heart goes forward. Not going to go for a shockwave. Hashmer's been playing Arthas today. Like, this isn't just a random Arthas out of nowhere. Hashmer's been bringing the Arthas, and here they are in the final. Boss is once again abandoned here by Caffeinated Knights as Kael'thas is on the way. Mind Control lands onto Arthas. Can we get a follow-up from Junkrat? Junkrat trying to get enraged. There's the tower shots. Big gust. Ashmore still slowed. The swipe interrupts the shockwave. Chrysinator trying to connect with the mosh pit but couldn't get it. Ice Wall onto 2. These Ice Walls have been amazing here from Osmanthus. There's the hit onto 2. 1 is going to go down. Falstad to fall. Grey Color in a lot of trouble here, just in case trying to pump it up, and it is enough. Caffeinated Knights weathers the storm, finds the kill, finds their 20s, and is going to grab themselves a boss. Meanwhile, mid lane pushing all the way to the core here. ETC trying to get some channel time, but these minions are in the way. Now boss is going to go over to Caff K. Arc taking a couple of hits there, no biggie. Back camp going to be worked on here by the side of Team Draft Gap, but they are down level 20s. This is going to be a very difficult set of circumstances for them. They've got a boss pushing top lane. We've got the riders that could be potentially coming on through in 50 seconds here, and they've only got one structure left. This is going to be a difficult defense, even if they get out of this setup unscathed. Looks like a double boss play potentially. Not going to stick around for the objective. A little bit surprising there that they didn't try to push the issue on the objective while they had the level 20 advantage. But instead they're going to use that advantage to just take 2 bosses. Osmanthus going to be quickly interrupted there, but Kael'thas in the top lane, not much Team Draft Gap can do in terms of this double boss play. They do have their 20s though, so they can take an even fight if they want to. Top keep taking some hits. Boss will not slam before going down. Kael'thas showing on the back camp and a boss barreling down the bottom lane. This is a timer that has been put on top of Team Draft Gap here. Still haven't quite found Hashmer. There they go. They finally found him. Everything was just barely out of range. As Osmanthus is going to go ahead and get this channel started once again. Arthas thinking about a flank on the side here. Has the absolute 0 for a possible big fight engage. Robot Wizard's over the top, looking for a combo. Mighty Gust does not hit anyone, but cuts off a retreat here. Caffeinated Knights trying to get out of trouble, will escape as the Ice Wall does not connect. Ashmer looking for a channel, not going to get it, but the minion does. Robot Wizard and Chrysinator in some big trouble there as the absolute 0 does come on out from Hashmer. Lucio trying to get away here. Pyroblast is out, and that is a Lucio going down. Falstad somehow still alive here on the bottom side as Osmanthus trying to finish that kill but can't do it. All the while, though, the camp and the boss are on the core. The minion wave is in. They're less than 6,000 health here. Felipe's trying to end. Felipe's going for it, just putting all the grenades that are possible, trying to die on the core. The core is pulled away by the minions. Oh no! Could this be a save? Team Draft Gap is trying to get these minions down. The catapult minion is still there though. Less than 1,000 health, and the core is going to survive. Unbelievable. They got back for the defense, but look at this. Grey Color and Arc, they're trying to get the riders. They're the only 2 members left here. Grey Color trying to get away from the CC. 3 seconds left. Chrysinator is spam channeling, trying to stop this timer. Hashmer is spam clicking as well. Down to 2.4. There's the poison damage. 2.2. Sylvanas goes down. There goes the Hogger, and the channel is stopped. Team Draft Gap save the core, save the objective, and they have bought themselves another life here on Alterac Pass. Yeah, you can go away, Memer. You can go away, Memer. We don't need you. Team Draft Gap grabbing themselves a back camp. No bosses on the map to be had. All lanes pushed in. And we've got riders coming on down the lanes. We'll see what can be done here. Team Draft Gap, they've opened up an opportunity. Caffeinated Knights looking for Call Me in the mid. Felipe chasing forward just in case, not able to get them in range. ETC waiting patiently for a possible gank here. As Hogger remains on the top side. Falstad waiting as well. Arc is going to be caught here. There's the mosh pit. Going to get a full channel here. The follow-up is good. Arc in trouble. Hogger goes down. Huge flanks from Team Draft Gap. There is some mid pressure that has to be dealt with eventually. The Rider on the top lane is healthy. Bottom lane will be a long time before it gets anywhere. Here's the Riptire to try to clear that lane. Top keep is in trouble here. Looks like it may be saved. Looks like it will be saved. Can Caffeinated Knights keep them here? Mid lane is pushing into the core of Team Draft Gap. They might be just going for a quick victory. Ashmer looking to find an engage. Does find the keep going down. The core is starting to lose health. Felipe not able to get the dismounts here. Robot Wizard is backing. Here come the grenades. And they're looking for mid. Will mid be cleared by itself? The catapult minions are coming on through. There's the ice wall onto one. Hashmer in trouble. Mind control comes on out before everyone is rooted. Core down to 17,000 health on the right, but it looks like it's cleared away. Minions are still kind of there, but I don't think the core is in danger. Bottom lane going to be cleared up here. Core will start to regenerate here in the mid.
That's how real warriors fight.
Junkrat keeping an eye here on Arthas in the mid. Top boss is up. Bottom boss is up. Just in case, going to go ahead and get this started. Arc in the area. Arthas is going to come down here. We've got 3 members of Team Draft Gap still on the camp. Arthas is going to come on down, see the boss is not taken, but sees that there is scouting in the area. Arthas is going to be bumped into range once again here. Can they get this pick? There's the pushback. Ashmer is pushed out of the stun range. Oh no, but they still find the kill. Arthas to go down. Caffeinated Knights are going to chase. They're going to look for an ice wall. Not quite going to find it though. The slow is good onto ETC. Caffeinated Knights have picked up a kill, and now they're going to go for this boss. Chrisinator and crew, they're coming on in. They realize they've got to fight for this. They've got the Gust available. They've got the Mosh Pit available. Augur is low on the point here. Chrisinator might be looking for something. Robot Wizard is poking in. This could be difficult here for Caffeinated Knights. They got to be careful. Here comes the bomb. Hogger is low. Hogger is still spinning. Hogger gets on the point, and the boss is taken. The Gust is too late. There's the Mosh on to 1. That's Hogger down. That's May down, but ETC to fall. Boss is going to start marching on through here. We've got a 3-for-3 versus 3, and now the chase starts. Grey Color moves on up. Mind control is good onto Stukov. Siren staying alive. Grey Color needs a heal, needs anything, and will get it. Robot Wizard can't get the hits. Pushed away. Somehow Sylvanas is living. Moves back onto Siren. Siren is going to get the kill, but Stukov falls. Unbelievable. Arthas is now back to try to defend the core. Just in case, and Felipe is still battling with Robot Wizard. Boss is very healthy here, but has no minion support. Falstad to fall as well, as Kael'thas is going to try to hearth back to base. Mid is being pushed in. Boss is on the core. Already taken down to half here. There's the root combo. Felipe manages to get away with the help of that high 5. Boss is low. I don't know if this ends. I don't know if it ends. It doesn't. Core goes down to 10,000 health, but the wave is going to be cleared here. Mid keep in big trouble, but Ark and Osmanthus are back, and this game will continue. Team Draft Gap were looking like they were going to get absolutely rolled, but they've found their way back. They have a way into the core now, and the map is going to be reset once again. Top boss may be the next battlefield. Falstad is 10 seconds out, can fly in and possibly gust. Sylvanas is not here to add some extra damage to the boss. Kael'thas is on the camp here with Stukov. Oh no, they stopped, they've dismounted. Boss is down to 50. Chrisinator is going to see that the boss is being taken. Here's Sylvanas. Mind control is good onto ETC. ETC has the mosh pit, but will go down. Caffeinated Knights with another pick. Is this another 4v5 boss call? Osmanthus is rooted once again. This is big. This is big. Osmanthus has the unkillable, unbelievable Osmanthus survives, but it's gonna go down to the boss. Team Draft Gap is moving in again. Ark in trouble. Ark is gonna fall. The 4v5 boss defense comes through again for Team Draft Gap, and they are gonna take the boss this time. They're looking for Felipe on the top side. Root combo is out. There's the silence. The right side core is taking pressure once again, but now we've got 2 catapult minions and a boss in the top lane that are going to be moving directly to core here. Just in case, staying alive here. Robot Wizard on the chase. Not going to get the kill. My voice is going something fierce. My goodness. They want to get the mid keep down to get that armor off the core. They're gonna give it a try here. 10 seconds on May, 15 seconds on Hogger. Riptire is gonna help clear this lane. It's gonna clear basically the entire lane, except for the boss and the catapult minions. Core down below 20,000, and Team Draft Gap. Here comes Chrisinator. 2 are caught in the ice wall. Stun wall's coming on out here. Is it down to half? Mind control lands. Falstad is gonna go down, but we're less than 10,000 health. Team Draft Gap, they're moving in. There is the mosh, but here it is. Team Draft Gap get enough damage on the core to finally take the victory here on Alterac Pass. What an incredible comeback. Team Draft Gap were down 6 structures to 1. But they made sure to defend the bottom boss, defend the objective cap, and they just made all the right decisions from then on out. They got picked multiple times before bosses and then moved in and saved the game. And finally, come through with the victory. Unbelievable. Let's check out the post-match. Felipe on the Junkrats, putting on a clinic out there. Top Siege, top hero, top experience gained. On the bottom side, Call Me on the Kael'thas. Same deal. Top Siege, top hero, top experience gained. In a rip-roaring 26-minute Alterac Pass. As if tonight wasn't going long enough. Goodness gracious me. There's the talents for those who are interested. Let's update the scoreboard and get ready for a game number 2. Oh, I am running low on voice fuel. All right, team. As we wait for our next lobby, we're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, Caffeinated Nights, going to try to bring it back here versus Team Draft Gap. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2. Caffeinated Nights down 0-1 to Team Draft Gap in one of the largest Alterac Pass comebacks that I have ever witnessed. Yeah, this is quite a day. This is quite a day. Let's go to map select. We are going to Towers of Doom here for game number 2. My first Towers of Doom of the day. Very interesting to see if the drafts alternate, if the drafts change. Coming on in here to this map. Teams are in the lobby getting ready. This map was chosen here by Team Draft Gap. Caffeinated Nights opting for that first pick. Teams are just grabbing some waters before they get ready to go. That is a fantastic idea. That is a fantastic idea. Matcherino. Support our players, support our game, support our community with a 100% community-funded prize pool that goes 100% to the players. Starting out with the Medivh ban here from Caffeinated Nights. Feeling the cheese through the screen. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for it. Kel'Thuzad, once again banned away. It's really something special when you see a team that's like Junkrat, nah, we ban Kel'Thuzad. We're more worried about the Kel'Thuzad than the Junkrat. It's cool. We are going to see Junkrat banned away, though, by Caffeinated Knights. So Felipe going to be opting for a different hero this time, as we see Stitches next to be banned out. Some good cerebral drafting so far, some good reactive drafting. Medivh is good at getting saves versus Kel'Thuzad. Stitches, very good when not being repositioned by Junkrat. Ark is going to open up with a Dahaka first pick, getting some of that global presence here for Caffeinated Knights. Cho'Gall and Vikings. This is a Vikings map. I don't know if we have any Vikings players in our lobby, but this is a Vikings map. Call me going to bring the Johanna here for Team Draft Gap, and Robot Wizard showing us some Greymane play. Greymane very good on this map, just being able to take that back camp very, very quickly and get up onto siege structures, do a little bit of split pushing as well. So we see a lot of Greymane here. Same reason we see Sylvanas, same reason we see Lunara. It's that hybrid split of PvP and PvE damage. Just in case, going to be bringing back that Lucio once again. Gray color going for the Falstad. Really locking up the globals here. I wonder if we're going to see a Brightwing ban to try to really lock down that advantage. Team Draft Gap considering what their ban is going to be. I wonder what they could possibly be worried about. Probably not worried about a Mei. Just going to get rid of Hanzo. Just get rid of a Generalist. Deckard, once again banned out by Caffeinated Knights. Must be a Siren target. Must be a Siren target. So with Call Me picking up the Johanna, that could be an off-lane Johanna. Used to be very, very popular. Still doing fine. See what Hashmer wants to pick up here. Along with Chrysinator. Chrysinator going for a Tassadar this time, and Siren is going back to the Stukov. So some wall action. Try to aid with the Stukov, getting those silence puddles for an extended period. And you can't really cleanse a wall. It also brings quite a lot of wave clear to the side of Team Draft Gap. Felipe gonna bring us a Zul Jin. I was expecting something a little more divey, like we see the Murden come on through there to try to jump on top of that Tassadar, but going with a little bit more of a stand your ground comp. Here is Caffeinated Knights. They're going to try to stack up this Zul Jin. Hashmer on the last pick here. We'll see if it's a tank. We'll see if it's an off lane. As we round out Team Draft Gap's composition here on Towers of Doom. It is going to be that Yrel. Yrel does do pretty good work into Zul Jin. Has a self-unstoppable early to get out of possible, ensnare business, so Zul Jin really has nowhere to go. Yrel can just jump back there and reposition. Looks like Hashmer's moved over to the Tassadar. Chrysinator going to be taking that Yrel as we go into our game number 2. All right. Oh, goodness. Sit up straight, crack your backs. Oh, get a little bit of sip of water in. All right. Who do you think's going to take it? Team Draft Gap needs one more to secure their spot in Storm Division. Caffeinated Knights have shown that they're not going to go down easy. Let's see how they do. Game is loading in. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Caffeinated Knights. Ark is on Dahaka, just in case on the Lucio. Felipe is on Zul Jin. Osmanthus on the Murden. And Gray Color on the Falstad. On the right in the red, we have Team Draft Gap. Chrysinator is on the Yrel. Hashmer on Tassadar. Siren playing Stukov. Robot Wizard on the Greymane. And Call Me is on the Johanna.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Dahaka going for the speed here. Gray color looking to get a couple of stacks early, but Team Draft Gap has seen that movie before. 0 Q stacks off the first flight of Gray color. No quests to be seen so far. Stukov hasn't picked up that level 1 just yet here for Team Draft Gap. We'll see what the rotations look like. Yrel and Dahaka heading on up to the top lane. Stukov still thinking about that level 1. Zul'jin waiting for a rotation there, but no rotation to be had. They're really going to try to choke Felipe out on these stacks. Like a 1-3-1 at least for now. Zul'jin in the bottom lane. They're probably going to want to swap that with Falstad in a moment. Grey Color has to stick around to clear the mid. Robot Wizard with nowhere to go. Grey Color managing to get away there, as that was quite nearly a gank attempt. See Murden trying to interrupt these rotations. Felipe has come up here to try to get an axe or two. Still having a tough time, though. Felipe looking for an engage here. Pops that one. Robot Wizard in trouble just in case. On the chase. Needs one more set of autos and will get it. Greymane and Stukov both to go down. Caffeinated Knights picks up a double kill, and they're going for the camp steal. Call me gonna just go ahead and check this out just to confirm that it is indeed happening. As the Unstoppable move away in the mid. Checking on our top lane. Dahaka Yrel. Pretty solid matchup there. Neither one really has the kill pressure to take each other down. Neither one of them can really sneak the camp fast enough where the other one can't come in and deal with that. So it should be a fairly, fairly calm battle between them. We might see some rotations to go and try to help the other one out. But overall, just going to be mostly a wet noodle fight there in the top lane. Dahaka coming to join the mid here for a moment. Yrel on the chase. It's going to be a simple clear and get on out. Back siege camp hasn't been taken yet for Caffeinated Knights. They got the steal, but now they're finally going to jump on this camp of their own. Try to get that moving. Triple camp is online. Caffeinated Knights slightly ahead in experience due to those kills and due to the extra soak that they get. Here's that gank attempt onto the top lane. Team Draft Gap is looking at Dahaka, who's got the speed. Slow's coming on out from the jump, and Arc is going to get back to safety behind that wall. Falstad gets the bottom camp. Tassadar in the area. Should get some good interrupts onto Grey Color. Siren going for the right side channel as Lucio picking up the left. See if anyone's going to come on down and help that. We got the trade there. Grey Color going to be interrupted there by Hashmer. But with Dahaka in the area, Tassadar will likely not test that again. So we should see a 2-for-1 here on the objective for the side of Caffeinated Knights. Falstad heading up to the top lane to try to deal with Yrel here as Arc has taken some hurt here in the mid. Zul'jin only on 3 of the 30 stacks required, trying to step up here, get some more, but constantly being blinded by Johanna means those stacks don't count. They just don't count. Very good game sense, though, from Team Draft Gap to make sure to not just feed Zul'jin with mindless fights. Trying to force the issue, though, is Caffeinated Knights. They're just going for this camp steal once again. Call Me is going to check that out. Felipe taking a lot of hits, though. The tip of the whip there from Hashmer did connect on the Zul'jin. And now, we see Team Draft Gap going to their back camp. Caffeinated Knights might try for another fight here, but Yrel's in the area. Dahaka is not. Just delaying this as long as possible. Osmanthus keeping an eye on things. Felipe on the flank here, trying to get a couple more stacks. Hashmer trying to deal with the troll. Felipe taking a lot of hits there. Got to be careful. Got to remain in the area of Lucio. Osmanthus looking for Hashmer here. Tassadar might be caught on the wall. There is the body block. The heals from Stukov are enough, and Falstad is going to be the one to go down. Just in case, managing to get away there. Need another gulp of water there. As I have been casting at high energy. Was not expecting these to be such long and exciting games, to be honest. It can sometimes happen with, with Storm qualifiers. There just ends up being, some matches that aren't exactly competitive because the seeding is pseudo-random. The seeding for the first one was random, so sometimes you just get two teams that don't produce a good match. But today, the matches have been amazing. It's been long games, it's been high intensity, and my throat is feeling that. Suljin grabbing the back camp here for Caffeinated Knights. It's going to be a camp steal here. Kafka getting the double cap as level 10s come online. See, they've picked up the Isolation, High Five, Mighty Gust, Avatar, and Tazdingu. Felipe, ooh, taking a huge hit there, is actually forced to pop that Tazdingo just in case. That Plasma Fence nearly picked up that kill as 6 Sappers are going to rail on through. Team Draft Gap has their heroics as well. We see the Archon, Ardent Defender, go for the throat, Flailing Swipe, and Johanna still considering whether it's going to be that Blessed Shield. There it is. Blessed Shield is online. Tanks continue to anchor. Osmanthus checks out 3 there. Call me. Still unspotted. As Lucio comes to ward away with Murden. Felipe could be in a bit of trouble here. Gets Blessed Shielded. Now it's going to be gathered up and knocked away. Robot Wizard there to clean it up. Suljin flies into outer space. Big Bark comes on out. Grey Color trying to move away. Robot Wizard survives. Falstad is going to go down regardless. Just in case gets caught there by the laser. My goodness. Team Draft Gap looking really good here. Arc manages to pop the Essence and doesn't get knocked back by that hammer. Single altar spawn in the bottom lane. Osmanthus is looking for a quick cap here, but here comes Greymane, here comes Urel. Can they jump in time? Just barely. Hashmer gets in range for that Psionic Storm. There is the Avatar for Murden, going to try to survive this. Jumps the gap. Now Arc is coming on in, looking for a drag. Not going to connect, though. Grey Color flying on in. We've got ourselves a 5v5. Can Hashmer get in range? Yes, there's another Psi Storm interrupt. That level 1 range talent coming in handy here for Team Draft Gap. Crisinator looking for another engage here. Arc tries a drag, does not get it. Grey Color taking a hit there, but Lucio's got the high fives to stay alive. Big engage here as I lose connection for a moment. I'm coming back. Looks like Stukov goes down. Osmanthus could be in a touch of trouble as well. Crisinator actually being targeted there. Had the ult popped earlier and will fall. 2 for 0 here for Caffeinated Knights, and they are going to get that channel. Sorry about that hiccup there, folks. Sometimes my internet just stops for 2 seconds. But it's not a blue screen. We're here. We're okay. Not a blue screen, just a run-of-the-mill ISP blip. Caffeinated Knights doing a good job of taking that bottom structure before getting the channel to get an extra shot onto the core of Team Draft Gap. Robot Wizard gets over the wall. Osmanthus has the Avatar, and we're going to have ourselves another camp fight here. Silence onto the point. Burden just going to have to try to use that health bar to stay alive, but Osmanthus does go down. Grey Color in trouble here as the swipes come on out. Robot Wizard manages to survive. Oh no, Greymane goes down. Unkillable here is Felipe. Going to be a 2 for 1 so far, though, here for Team Draft Gap. As Urel looking for more here, but not going to get it. That would be a good time to do a little bit of a refresh on the stream, if you want to catch up after that little blip I had. Or you can just keep on chilling. All up to you. All up to you. Bottom tower taken once again here by Team Draft Gap. Could even up the map in that way. just in case, continuing to be a little bit of a nuisance as Arc comes on in for the extra damage. Chrysinator a little bit low. They're trying to get the ult out, but Chrysinator, Nerves of Steel, will not give them the Ardent Defender. Just in case could be in a spot of trouble. There's the drag onto Robot Wizard. Tries to turn it around onto Lucio for a trade. And it will ultimately be a trade as the rest of Team Draft Gap did come on up here. Root Silence combo, and Dahaka goes down. Ardent Defender for Chrysinator trying to keep this fight going. Felipe is cleaving away onto Yrel. Can't quite get the kill though. Big Gust, they're going to try it again here. Felipe could be in a bit of trouble though. Tries to move on out. Yrel has the knockback and moves to safety. Grey Color needs one more Q to do it. Not going to get it, but does turn it around onto Stukov. Solgen has really ramped up on those stacks, currently 24 out of the 30 needed. Has that extra range, but doesn't have the double revolver on the axis just yet. Chrysinator low once again. Here's Grey Color stepping up, but Yrel's self-healing just too much to deal with. Call me scouted there. Is this another classic Team Draft Gap 4v5 boss defense? Chrysinator ready to jump onto the point. Osmanthus jumps over the top here, looking for the Tassadar. Hashmer in trouble. Pops the Archon, but will go down. Blessed Shield does not connect there as Murden gets away. Silence onto Call Me, and Johann is just going to try to walk it on out of there. Osmanthus stays out of trouble. Robot Wizard going to be tracked down, and Greymane to fall. Another double kill from Caffeinated Knights. Unstoppable denies the Mighty Gust of Grey Color, and now it looks like the boss attempt might be a little bit safer here for Caffeinated Knights. Or is it? Is it a 3v5 boss defense? Call Me, Siren, and Chrysinator both all very healthy. Nah, they were just faking. They were just faking. 4 shots into the core here as Caffeinated Knights go up 28 to 19 on core health. Oh, goodness me. Triple Altar Phase is coming up next. Everyone will be back on the map by the time that spawns. Falstad could be in a spot of trouble here. Osmanthus comes up to help Grey Color. Chrysinator now being targeted, will be ensnared. Has the Hand of Freedom to try to move away. They're trying to get that ult once again. Ult is popped. Swipes come out from Siren as well, so they get 2. Grey Color going to get a push onto the side. This is big trouble though here. Blessed Shield is going to be it for Falstad. Very nice turnaround from Team Draft Gap. We've got Dahaka, though, taking the top right altar. Lucio taking the top left as Osmanthus trying to slow down Robot Wizard. Ashmer will get the bottom side, but still, Caffeinated Knights lose 1, but get the channel onto 2, 24 to 11. Now on the core. Arc managing to get away from the squeeze there. Nice knockback by Chrysinator to save Johanna from being drugged into range. But Team Draft Gap, with the advantage with players, is going to go ahead and steal this camp. So far, neither team has got solid bottom lane control yet. Caffeinated Knights did take the structure, but they never really got to set up a defense in the bottom lane. We'll see if Team Draft Gap can do that with this push in the, with the Sappers to actually set up a proper bottom lane stronghold. See, Felipe's got that double revolver now, 34 stacks on that baseline quest. Keep is going to stay alive here as Arc is pushed away by the swipe. Big Gust into the corner. Robot Wizard is going to be dragged away. The Blessed Shield is not disconnected, and that is Greymane to go down. Caffeinated Knights picking up a very nice pick there. They're not done just yet. Caffeinated Knights showing that they're not going to just go down for an easy 2-0 in this series. We've got a double channel coming up next. If they can get both of these, they're definitely putting Team Draft Gap on life support here on Towers of Doom. The Hawk up in the top lane looking for that level 20. BBW Call Me in the mix here. Gonna get stunned. There is the Iron Skin. Call Me gets away. Altars are activating. Dahaka pushing in both side lanes here. Still looking for that 20, but doesn't have it just yet. Gonna have to come on down for a fight soon, though, just in case is channeling the bottom side. Murden on the top. There's the root onto Hashmer. Hashmer in trouble. That's Tassadar to fall. Burden gets the channel on the top side for 4 shots here. Arc wants a drag, is going to find it. Chrisinator gets the ult once again. The other two, Siren and Call Me, are cut off. Siren in trouble. There's another gust from Falstad. Team Draft Cap just cannot get away from this fight. Robot Wizard trying to turn it around onto Just In Case. The fort falls. Shots plus sappers could be game here. Only 2 of the sappers would need to go over the line. Caffeinated Knights are looking for a victory right now. Urel is moving to the top lane here. I don't know if they see the scoreboard. Urel has moved to the top lane. This is tough. Urel is going to hearth back to base. May not be here in time as the sappers are looking to cross the line here. There's the stun. Pushback is good. Johanna trying to step up. Drag lands onto Robot Wizard. Urel is here, but Call Me and Robot Wizard have already taken a ton of damage. 1 sapper down, 2 sappers, 3 sappers will fall. Actually, one of them got through, and now Greymane to go down. Core health down to 1. Boss up in 50 seconds here. 1 got through, but 2 went down. Team Draft Cap stays alive. 40 seconds on the boss. Grey Color wants to be in the area. Greymane will be up by about the time the boss is available. So Team Draft Cap, they're not done just yet, but everything is working against them now. They're still only halfway to level 20. I know they've got sappers coming through the bottom lane. Top sappers will go into the structure here. As Call Me is caught on this rotation, Blessed Shield to try to stay alive, and will do so. There's the ensnare coming out onto Hashmer. As Urel has to deal with these bottom lane sappers in the lane. We've got a double altar phase coming up next. Boss is available as well, and Boss is going to be started. Greymane's still down for 3 seconds. The boss is being absolutely shredded. No chance here. Hashmer and Call Me trying to get in range. The gust is enough. Caffeinated Knights gonna take game number 2 and send us to a game number 3 here in this finals. GG. My goodness. We are going to a game 3 in our qualifier number 2 finals. Caffeinated Knights strike back versus Team Draft Cap. And we're going to be going to game 3. Let's go to the post-match. See what the stats can tell us here. Felipe on the Zul'jin, topping out that hero damage with a whopping 67,000 coming on out there. Hashmer on the Tassadar for Team Draft Cap, top siege, top hero damage at nearly 47,000. Take a look at the talents as we update the scoreboard. We get ready for a game number 3, which, by the way, this will be Caffeinated Knights' 9th game tonight. They started playing almost 5 hours ago. Nearly 5 hours ago they started playing. They're going into their 9th game here to try to go for their Storm Division spot. Incredible. Alright, team. It's the final break before the final game of qualifier number 2. I know it's late. If you've hung on until now, thank you so much for being a part of this. We're going to go to a break. I'm going to get some more water in my system, and it's going to be the final match. Coming up next, Caffeinated Knights versus Team Draft Cap. All right, team. Welcome back. We are getting set up for game number 3 of Caffeinated Knights versus Team Draft Cap. It's all come down to this. 9th game tonight for Caffeinated Knights, 8th game tonight for Team Draft Cap. Let's get into it. We're going to map select to say that Team Draft Cap is bringing us to Volskaya Foundry for our final draft. Let's do it. Videos make you sad. Well, I find them nice. It reminds me of better times. It's been a long time since we got, the excitement of the teasers, and then we got these trailers, and they were awesome. They'd make these videos for all the heroes, and I remember those times fondly. And that I still get to do this You know, after the heroes have gone, after the balance is gone, after we're the only thing really left standing. It's, you know, it's nice to know the things that we had at the time that we had it. That's sort of how I think about it. No king rules forever. You know? Yes, the toy event, the 5-month Christmas event that we tended to get. Oh, goodness. Pretty standard bans for these teams coming on out. No Medivh, no Deckard, no Kel'Thuzad, no Stitches. Felipe is going to treat us to another Junkrat game to cap off the day. See what Team Draft Gap wants to respond with here for Volskaya Foundry. Just giving my voice a rest, to be honest. Oh, we're switching it up. We're making it crazy. Ashmer's giving us some Zarya. Caffeinated is on the Vala. Showing the cards early here is Team Draft Gap. Getting the necessary pieces out of the way early is definitely respectable. Blaze Johanna going to be the response here from the side of Caffeinated Knights. A solid setup, solid area control that has been picked thus far. What Varyazala means to me is that Team Draft Gap is just looking to brawl. Big time brawl time. Oops, I never updated the link to say Q2. At least the link is right. Anduin banned away by Team Draft Gap. Chen will be removed by Caffeinated Knights just to make sure to keep the shenanigans to a minimum. See how they want to round out this Vala Zarya comp on the side of Team Draft Gap. Want to see if they end up grabbing that Hogger. They're going to do it with a Leoric. Okay. Usually when you've got that, you know, we're going to brawl out all the time, you need someone who can go and run the map. Hogger is great at that. Leoric, another one that can do that. Excessive wave clear. Very good survivability against ganks. And pretty good into Blaze. Siren grabbing that. Last two picks here for Caffeinated Knights. They need a heal or they need a flex. Let's see what Just In Case is going to do without that Lucio. We're going to see Li Ming and Brightwing coming on down for Caffeinated Knights. Li Ming we don't get to see in a lot of maps anymore, but Volskaya Foundry is one of them because there's just a lot of dead space to play in. That's where Li Ming thrives. Call me on the last spot. How will this draft be rounded? Going for the double healer plus Zarya to get this Vala rolling. Just going all in, brawl in for Volskaya Foundry. I've tried to play comps like this in the past. It's not easy to do. But if Caffeinated Knights can keep up significant map pressure and keep pulling them around, they've got a good chance. But this is a tough comp to break. Goodness gracious me. It's game number 3. Who's going to take it? Caffeinated Knights. Can they come back with the double win to take the series? And Team Draft Gap with the 2.5 support Vala. Reign supreme on Volskaya Foundry. It's a tried, tested, and true comp. See what can be done. Let's load in. Let's load in to game number 3 of our finals tonight. On the left in the blue, we have Caffeinated Knights, gray color on the Li Ming. Arc is playing Blaze, Osmanthus on the Johanna, Just In Case on the Brightwing, and Felipe is on Junkrat. On the right in the red, we have Team Draft Gap. Caffeinator's on that Vala. Call Me is on the Uther. Hashmer is playing the Zarya. Siren is on Leoric, and Robot Wizard is playing Lucio.
2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Here we go. Here we go. Game number 3 is underway. Right wing going for the bribe stacks on level 1. Almost morning has been called. Yeah, it's 12:50 a.m. for me. Tomorrow is going to be a sleepy day. Sleepy day at the office for old Crush. But it's worth it to bring you these excellent matches, to provide a competitive space for Heroes of the Storm. Despite announcements, despite changes or lack thereof, this is worth it. Caffeinated stepping up there is on the auto attacks, as is tradition when you're a hyper-supported Vala. Looking to get that Creed of the Hunter stacked up. Back camp being started up right at 1 minute here by Team Draft Cap. Wanting to get that going immediately. Usually you jump down and get your turret there at the 1 minute mark. So a bit of a different rotation here from Team Draft Cap, wanting to get the pressure in the top lane first. It could mean that they're just going to try and go and sit in the top lane until the objective starts and just siege heavy there. Looking to bully themselves on this camp. Looks like Caffeinated Knights, instead of trying to play the brawling game, are just going to go ahead and look for a camp steal. Mid is taken here. Arc is going to try to get out of trouble in the top lane. Hashmer doesn't have any expulsion zones or anything just yet. We'll see what the setup is going to be. Caffeinated and crew are staying in range. We'll see how much they can do on this top wall. Uther doing a bit of side soak for now. Osmanthus catching 2 here, and they've done a good job of clearing away that wave. That's a big deal, as Vala can't really step up without the wave taking those towers out. Johanna getting away with that unstoppable. But I've seen teams really push their luck in the top lane a lot there. Team Draft Cap not going for the full, blinders on siege this early in the game, but we might see them focus on that top lane a lot as the game goes on. Back siege camp going to be taken here by Caffeinated Knights, getting that going, timing along with the objective. Turret is claimed by Team Draft Cap as Arc manages to get out of trouble there. The jet propulsion nearly getting that stun instead of getting the distance. Objective is going to be worked here by Team Draft Cap, sticking with their core 4. Zarya is actually breaking off to try to get this experience, making sure that level 7 is not sacrificed for the fight. Mark gonna stun on to 2 here. See if Caffeinated Knights can bully their way onto the point or what the plan is. We see Siren a little bit low here versus just in case. Leoric stepping up. Oh, is gonna get comboed. Calamity gets the kill. So that is the main sort of way to try to break this brawling comp from Team Draft Cap, is to take out their offlane. Because as soon as that stack of 4 needs to split, it becomes significantly weaker. Now, fortunately, it is a Leoric here for Team Draft Cap, so it just gets to spawn on the spot, no problem. But the late game kills, or the Zarya kill there in the bottom lane, are very, very effective. Grey Color trying to blink out of trouble. Osmanthus having a little bit of peel there. But yeah, the moment that Uther, Lucio, Zarya, and Vala need to split up, that's where Caffeinated Knights is ahead. York is back, though, pushing that bottom lane. We see the crew from Team Draft Cap just rotates down and helps Zarya's lane just a little bit before grouping up back on the midpoint. Osmanthus trying to get on the point here to get the contest, does so effectively. Arc getting in range as well. Robot Wizard could be in a bit of trouble here. Stun comes out onto Call Me. But the extra healing keeps everyone on Team Draft Gap nice and healthy. Double turret comes on now. Triple turret, actually, as one was dropped by Team Draft Gap as well. Grey Color working on the outside here. Siren going to be body blocked here. Has polymorphed, but has the shield to move away. Point is claimed by Caffeinated Knights. Grey Color in a little bit of a tough spot here. Lucio on the chase. Grey Color trying to blink to safety. Looks like we'll do so effectively. Up to that 99%, but here they are on the point. 10s are very close. Yorick in the mix here. Gonna have ourselves a 5v5 over this point. Mark get the stun on the low side. Caffeinated gets the vault back to position and get those autos rolling. Siren low, Call Me low. They get the heals to get right back and topped off. Caffeinated Knights don't really have the throughput to continue this fight. Looks like they're gonna back off here. See if they want to try to re-engage or not. 10s are so close, but not here just yet. That is going to be first protector going over to Team Draft Gap. 10s have arrived for Caffeinated Knights. We've got the Wave of Force. Emerald Wind is the choice here for Brightwing to try to separate out that team. Blessed Shield, Riptire, and Blaze still considering whether it's going to be the Combustion or the Bunker. For the side of... Oh goodness, they're almost getting Li Ming here. Grey Color in some trouble, but has the teleport. Team Draft Gap Heroics, we've got the Graviton Pulse. Graviton Surge, I should say, for Zarya. Looking to group him up and hold him still. Rain of Vengeance. Divine Shield. Excuse me. Entomb and High Five. It is ultimately Bunker for Blaze. As the Protector is going down hard here on the top side. Grey Color, gotta watch out for those shots. He'll get away there. Robot Wizard and Call Me gonna be stunned here by Osmanthus. They're looking for the kill onto 2. There is the peel from Caffeinated. Ults are flying everywhere. Arc is in trouble. Has to pop the bunker to survive the Graviton Surge. There is the... Oh, Arc gets back in the bunker. There's the push away. Arc managing to survive is targeted by the minion wave. Blaze somehow manages to live. The chase continues on to Just In Case. Grey Color getting away as well. And Leo is going down for the trouble. So no kills so far for Team Draft Gap. 3 kills for Caffeinated Knights. But these fights looking like they're only going to start getting better and better for Team Draft Gap. Back siege being started once again here by Caffeinated, getting that rolling. Siren going to scout this hard rotation from Caffeinated Knights. Zarya's here on the low side. Arc gonna be stunned out here. Gonna try to get around this body block. A little bit of a split here. Vol is back in the base. Caffeinated Knights thinking about staying until 13s for the fight, but decide to just back up here and wait for the next opportunity. Thirteen's about to be here. And there they are. Caffeinated avoiding a combo from Grey Color there. 13s have arrived for Caffeinated Knights. We'll see if they can find themselves a fight before that. But even so, may not be in their favor. May not be in their favor. Post-up siege here on the mid lane as Osmanthus might be looking for an engage. Doesn't want to do the solo shot onto Call Me, though. Wants to be able to hit multiple heroes. That was a very nice split. Team Draft Gap to make sure that the Blessed Shield didn't catch the whole team.
And the catch of the day.
Caffeinated Knights. Maybe looking at bottom side here. Siren moving away to the wall. Nice combo from Grey Color. Leo will simply go back and heal up. We're at a little bit of a standstill until our next objective. Should be announced here soon. There it goes. Felipe taking a little bit of a hit there. It's the Vault. Empowered auto. Does definitely hurt there from Vala. Arc pops the bunker and gets out on the other side of the Entomb. Big time gamer time for Arc. Nice job. Back camp going to be claimed here by Grey Color. Caffeinated Knights timing that out once again. As control point B is now unlocking.
Access
Play's going to remain in the bottom lane for now as looks like Osmanthus going to get away from trouble. Grey Color taking a hit there on the rotation. Crisinator in range of this mid fort, but Grey Color just clears the minions and no problems to be had. Junkrat staying on the point here for Caffeinated Knights, getting that channel going. But now the team is coming on through. Felipe gets away. Crisinator in trouble. Not in trouble, but causing trouble here. Lucio actually goes down, and so does Vala. What a flank there from Caffeinated Knights, catching 2 out. Arc trying to get the body block, and it looks like they don't quite have it. Double shields. Oh, Call Me is caught. Call Me gets caught. What a play from Felipe. Unbelievable concussion mine over the wall for the 3rd kill. Caffeinated Knights find the fight that they wanted, get the big flank and the pop before the 5 members of Team Draft Gap could come together. That's going to get them a heal camp. That's going to get them likely a protector here, as Uther's still down for 10 seconds. Grey Color trying to step up, get a little bit of pre-damage done to this structure. Right wing going back, doing a little bit of bribe action on the turret. And here comes the first protector of the game claimed by Caffeinated Knights. Let's see which way they want to go with this one. They don't want to get it just immediately burned down by these members, so they're just going to back away for a bit. Oh, Crisinator taking a huge hit there. This Grey Color going to look for another pop on this rotation. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. Protector not really able to do much here. Just doubling back and forth between the lanes. They don't want to just step up and have that melted down. But it looks like they've juked away for the meantime. They might be able to get a little bit of damage in. Not going to go for the slam. Instead, just going to push away Vala and try to move back to safety. Still 30 seconds on this protector. Terrain delaying the fist slam there. Things still on the bottom lane, just trying to catch that XP. Protector going to be mostly doing a whole lot of nothing, which is not totally out of the ordinary here on Volskaya Foundry. Little combo there, but the support is high for Crisinator. And there it is. Protector complete. But a level and a half lead for Caffeinated Knights, so they should have some time to level 20 to possibly find something here. Vala getting the back siege camp rolling for, goodness gracious, that's a lot of damage on Leoric. For Team Draft Gap, they're going to get that top lane pushing once again. But no structures down so far. No structures down. Caffeinated Knights working on that back camp. We see Team Draft Gap just going to go ahead and clear up that top lane. Not much to do. That's the story of Volskaya Foundry. Just not much to do. We'll hang, we'll chill hang. As we see Crisinator looking for Grey Color there. Goodness gracious. A little bit split up here. Vala in the mid for now. See, oh, looking for a top lane siege is Felipe, Grey Color, and Osmanthus. They got the siege camp, and it looks like they're going to pick up the first structure of the game for free here, but here comes the flank. Big Root comes out onto Call Me. Felipe is slowed. There's the stun from Uther. There's the ult. Felipe trying to get out of trouble here. Osmanthus not going to drop the heal camp. Felipe stays alive. They're turning it around, and Uther goes down. There goes the Lucio as well. Caffeinated Knights with a very nice double kill to turn around on that flank. Grey Color looking for Hashmer here. The self-shield is gone. There's the Poly and Zarya to fall. Triple killed over to Caffeinated Knights, and we'll see if they can get more than just the top fort. They may be looking at a top keep. Vala waiting on the low side. Blaze just trying to match Leoric here. 27 seconds until anyone's back. This is looking like definitely a keep to go down. They're going to be running out of minion support here in a second, but I think their damage is high enough at level 20. They just get to claim this no problem. Top keep falls. Level 20 is here with a 2-level advantage for Caffeinated Knights. Looks like they're going to double back and grab themselves another heal camp here. Oh, stressful, stressful, stressful. Fix your posture, team. Fix that posture. I know you're slouching right now. It's getting late. Unslouch yourself immediately. Feels like Team Draft Cap should just be running it down a lane. That's what I thought that they were going to do, honestly. I thought they were set up to just go top. And it looked like that was their plan, but they just haven't been able to really get in range of and lock onto a structure. Gonna have another turret camp taken. Grey color just trades one turret for another. Right wing getting the channel on the low side of this objective. This level 20 is close, but not quite here yet for Team Draft Cap. Doing a little bit of double soaking with Uther and Vala, just to get that level 20 as quickly as possible. Osmanthus, just going to go ahead and threaten and engage there, but 20s are here for Team Draft Cap. We're going to see Uther and Vala come on down. We'll see if that's the X factor that Team Draft Cap needs. Chase is on. Hashmer is looking for the ult. Going to be warded away, though. Right wing gets out of trouble on the low side, 86% on the objective. Osmanthus is thinking about it. Hashmer is here on the top side, and Tomb does not land. Osmanthus still holding that heal. There it is. Unstoppables come on out. Siren is... Oh, Siren missed the W. That's a big deal. Leoric trying to get away using the belt. Chrisinator gets the stun on the top side. They're looking for more. Big pop from Li Ming, but not going to get it. Big D-shields as well, and that is going to be 2 to fall. Ming and Junkrat go down as the group D-shield doing big work there for Uther. Arc gets out of trouble. Osmanthus trying to move away as well. Right wing has escaped and will phase shift back to safety. But maybe level 20 is it. Maybe that's what they needed. Team Draft Cap is going to start marching it down the bottom lane. Do have the 5-second Emerald Wind now. Just in case, going to go ahead and pop that to try to peel away here for Osmanthus. This could be Team Draft Cap just running it in here. Siren going to go back to deal with this top lane triple catapult push. So the begin end just yet. So far, Caffeinated Knights, they've shown that they can just pop up and find picks even into this heavily supported comp. So don't count them out just yet, even though that last fight looked very solidly in the lane of Team Draft Cap. Protector is up, and this is a weird situation. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, they're going to put 2 in. Okay. I thought maybe they would just put 1 in. So Chrisinator has only Uther here. His Arc is looking to step up. Oh, the both stuns missed. They were looking for it. I think if those hit, Chrisinator absolutely goes down. But the Blessed Shield misses. The Jet Propulsion misses. And that's why I'm surprised to see the two supports inside this Protector. Because Caffeinated Knights was absolutely looking for that. 2 forts to fall. Protector moving up to the top side here to try to get the last one and open up the map here for Team Draft Cap. We've got an engage in the mid. D-Shield is actually going to come on out onto Uther. Now Arc stuns 2 on the outside. Call Me trying to move away. Uther is being chased out here as Felipe and Grey Color on the chase. Great wave of force. And Uther to fall does not have a redemption. Went for the group D-Shield, so that is a full death for Uther. Protector still marching around up here. 20 seconds left on it, and the big flank is looking. They're not going to be able to kill it before it gets behind the wall here. Siren on the outside is looking for an Entomb, is trying to find one here. Didn't quite get it. Grey Color. Oh, Grey Color gets popped. Siren wants it. Not going to find it onto Grey Color, though. There's the Silence Entomb onto the right wing to stop the phase shift. Big split comes out from the rip tire, as now the chase is on, but Uther is still down for 20 seconds. Finally, the heal comes through onto Ming. Caffeinated Knights looking for a flank. They're looking to come around here. I don't know if they've been spotted. Chrisinator's in huge trouble. Chrisinator's pulled in, and that is Vala to fall. Lucio down as well. The big silence ult is in. Junkrat and Blaze to go down here as Hashmer being chased out. It's 2 for 2 here. Team Draft Gap looked like they were about to get wiped, and they still might be in trouble here as Leoric trying to get away. Grey Colors on the chase, gets the knockback, and that is 4 heroes down. Can they end with these 3? Can Brightwing, Johanna, and Li Ming end this game? 30 seconds they have to try to end this versus Uther. Grey Color has stepped up to the core. The wave is being stopped here by Uther. Grey Color trying to turn around, and the wave is finally starting to come on through. 15 seconds until Vala. Call Me is pushed away. The camp is starting to come back. Siren is not going to be here soon, and the core shielding is low. Grey Color is the only damage. 5 seconds on Vala. They might not have enough to do this. Caffeinated Knights gets it to 75%, and they're going to have to walk away. They didn't quite have enough. They're going to get the core down to 70, 69, 68%, but they cannot finish with the members of Team Draft Gap resurrecting. They're going to have to double back and give it another try in the mid lane. Once again, Team Draft Gap saving themselves in the end, and they might start their comeback right here. Felipe checking the right side camp. No one there. Junkrat having a little bit of trouble there. Finally has the concussion mine to get on out. Siren on the top side just pushing away. Both teams just going to go ahead and grab their respective turret camps. 67% is a little bit too high to just do a backdoor core call. But it is something to keep in mind if your Team Draft Gap. Grey Color has the push away. Chrisinator wanted to move in and find that kill. Stress. Nothing but stress. After an extremely long night for both of these teams, we're over 5 hours into this tournament. It's all coming down to this. The chase is on. Osmanthus gets the dismount. Not going to go ahead for the pick on the Uther. Next Protector is up. We're 23 minutes into the game. It can't quite just go click on core, but it will be very, very close to being able. Chrisinator steps forward. Osmanthus is looking for a flank here. They're not scouting it. Osmanthus comes in on the outside. Chrisinator takes a hit there. Siren gets the push out. Gets pushed out. Still very high on health. Junkrat Riptire has been used. Ashmer's looking for a big flank on the outside, just trying to clear this lane and get a pincer. Caffeinated Knights moving back to try to get to safety. 29 seconds on Entomb. It's already been used. 75% on the point. Arc taking some hits there as Chrisinator still has the vision. Caffeinated Knights. They have to fight this. They don't really have a choice. 9 seconds on Entomb. It's coming back once again. Team Draft Gap are holding the point well. Just in case on the top side, trying to board away Chrisinator is looking to come on in. Siren just being a big bully on the front is going to be bumped away from the team here. There's the Unstoppable. Shielding is removed. Arc is low. Graviton Vortex is going to land onto one. They're looking for a huge blow-up here onto Osmanthus. Osmanthus stays alive, but will finally go down. The chase is on. Arc is being pushed out. That's 2 kills for Team Draft Gap. Ashmer has to head back to base as the catapults are shelling away at the core. It's down to 50%. 45-37. Now that's a backdoorable core, but 2 members are down the entire front line here. Felipe and Just In Case are working against Uther, but here comes Zarya. The rest of the team is looking at core here. Team Draft Gap are moving into the core. Grey Color on the Li Ming is trying to find some kind of defense, but we're at 80% and counting. Grey Color gets slowed there by Siren, gets the push off. Vala is on the core. There's a catapult wailing away in the back. We're down to 35%. A Silence Entomb is good. And somehow the race continues on the right, but Team Draft Cap comes back again. And they will be moving in to Storm Division Season 5. An amazing outing from both of these teams today. Team Draft Cap showing that they know how to come back from the brink of defeat multiple times today. Caffeinated Knights, an incredible effort, an incredible run to our finals today. They're going to pick up 75 points towards qualifying, but today, Team Draft Gap has punched their ticket into Storm Division. Let's go to the post-match. Grey Color on the Li Ming, trying their heart out in the end, nearly 100,000 hero damage. Almost got those final kills. Team Draft Gap, Chrisinator on the Vala, 66,000 hero damage coming out in the end. The comp rings true at level 20 and takes the final victory. What a series it was. What a series indeed.